TV when you need me.
These are some of the cards that I've made using the fabric paper that I made in an earlier video. Hi, I'm Christine from Tebbitt Textiles again. Following on from making the fabric paper, which we did in an earlier video, there's a sheet of it where I showed some of it was decorated, some of it wasn't. What I normally do with that sort of a design, I cut them out so that they're little squares, and then like I do the book pages, I will place them onto a nice piece of acrylic felt. It can be any colour, I just happen to have black here. And then what I will do, I will change my foot over to a free machine embroidery foot because I want to follow the design of the cupcake. So feed dogs down because I want control of it myself. So here we go. Oh. Pull your thread up. I always start with my needle down. If your machine does it automatically, then that's good. And then what I'll do, I'm just going to follow the design of the cupcake. So I'm going to stop there, put my needle down and just snip off these threads that are in the way. Otherwise they'll get entangled with what I'm doing and get caught up. And then continue on and follow the icing sugar. Don't worry about going back over. Following it up and down, following the icing, and then follow the shape of the cupcake back up. Now it's got little dots on there, and what I'd like to do with them is I turn it to a zigzag, a very small zigzag, and lift up, and you'll end up with little jump stitches everywhere, but you just trim them off with a nice pair of sort of like neat little scissors, and you just stay in place and then jump across, stay in place, jump across. So everywhere you've got a little black dot, you're going to put a little speck of thread, any colour thread, whichever I'm using a gold because I like a bit of sparkle. It needs one in the middle there. And then what I'll do is that I'll take it over to the edge and I will anchor it down with a straight stitch. So turning it back to a straight stitch, I'm going to lengthen it so that I've got a decent length, and then I'm just going to free machine it round. You can stop if you like, so that you can turn your fabric nice and straight, and away you go. Because remember, you've got control of the machine, the feed dogs are down, so it will go wherever you want it to go. So you can't rely on it giving you a straight line, you've got to do that. And there you go, all the way round. Lift up, pull it out, cut your threads off, and then proceed to go in and take all your little jump stitches out. I like to use the curly end ones because they'll get in and hook underneath the thread. It's a bit tedious, but it's worth it in the end, and you'll get a nice little cupcake design. And as you can see on the card here, that I've followed it around the cherry and the icing, and I've done the design of the casing. And then what I've done to get a gold edge is that I've put a really thick tacky glue on the edge after cutting it out. And then once the glue is dry, I save all my empty machine thread reels, because drying them you want the edges free, and that's the best way I know of doing it. And then you will get some gold acrylic paint, and then you will go around the edge, which I'll show you now. I have a little blob of gold acrylic paint here and a little paintbrush, and what I'm going to do is take a little bit of it, and all I do is just brush the edges, and I will go all the way round. And it's covering all the black acrylic felt that is showing. Make sure, yeah, don't get your fingers onto it. I normally have a whole row of them all ready to go. I normally do it in stages, so I'll do a dozen or more of different sort of like designs that I can use this for. And it's really quite fun to send cards that you've made yourself, literally made yourself, to your friends and family. Hopefully they'll appreciate all the work that goes into it. And then again I will place it back on to my thread cone here for it to dry, and it, depending on the weather, it can take an hour or more to dry. As I say, it depends on the weather. Thanks for watching. Bye.